which opens with two charismatic gravedigger clowns talking about recent events of the play. Right now, what's happening? Hamlet's coming back from England, and the king thinks that Hamlet's like totally shouldn't be here, but Hamlet totally is here. And then Laertes is like really mad at Hamlet because Ophelia's dead basically because of him, and Polonius. It's like a whole thing. You should read it. Noted. And so now they're digging Ophelia's grave and they're about to bury her. So, yeah, are we ready? Let me get a thumbs up. They got a thumbs up.
If they're not ready, they'll figure it out in time.
Okay, and action.
Should be buried in Christian burial when she willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee she is, therefore make her grave straight. The crowner hath sat on her and finds it Christian burial.
How can that be? Unless she drowned herself in her own defense.
Why, 'tis found so.
It must be se offendendo. It cannot be us. For here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act. And an act hath three branches. It is to act, to do, and to perform. Argal, she drowned herself wittingly.
Nay, but hear you, good man Delver.
Give me leave. Here lies the water. Good. Here stands the man. Good. If the man go to this water and drown himself, it is will he nil he goes. Mark you that. But if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns out himself. Argal, he that is not guilty of his own death shortens not his own life.
But is this law?
Aye, Mary is crowner's quest law.
Go to. No, line. Shoot, I forgot this. What do I say? Oh no. Well, you have the truth on it. If this had not been a gentle woman, she should have been buried out of Christian burial.
Why there thou sayest. And the more pity that great folks should have countenance in this world to drown or hang themselves more than they're even Christian. Come, my spade. There is no ancient gentleman but gardeners, ditchers, and grave makers. They hold up Adam's profession.
Was he a gentleman?
He was the first that ever bore arms.
Why, he had none.
What, art a heathen? How dost thou understand the scripture? The scripture says Adam dig. Could he dig without arms? I'll put another question to thee. If thou answerest me not to the purpose, confess thyself.
Go to.
What is he that builds stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker. For that frame outlives 1,000 tenants.
I like that went well in faith. The gallows does well. But how does it well? It does well to those that do ill. Now, thou dost ill to say the gallows is both stronger than the church. Argal, the gallows may do well to thee. To it again, come.
Who builds stronger than the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
Tell me that in a yoke.
Mary, now I can tell.
To it.
Ass, I cannot tell.
Cudgel thy brains no more about it, for your dull ass will not rid its face with beating. And when you're asked this question next, say, a grave maker.
Oh.
The houses he makes last till doomsday. Go, get thee in. Fetch me a stupid woman. In youth, when I did love, methought 'twas very sweet. To contract all the time for my behove, only thought there was nothing meet.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings of grave making?
The custom hath made within him a property of tradition.
'Tis even so. The hand of little employment hath the daintier sense.
But age with its stealing steps hath clogged me in this clutch and dashed me into the land as if I'd never been such.
That skull had a tongue in it, and could say words. How the knave jowls it to the ground, as if it were king's jawbone after the first murder. This might be the pate of a politician, which this ass now overreaches, one that would circumvent God, might it not?
It might, my lord.
Or of a courtier, which say, good morrow, sweet lord, how dost thou, sweet lord? This might be my lord such a one, that praised my lord such a one's horse when he meant to beg it, might it not?
Aye, my lord.
Why, even so, and now my lady woman's chapless, and knocked about the mazard of a sexton spade. Here's a fine revolution, and we had the trick to see it. Do these bones cost no more the breeding, but to play at the lockets at them? I ache to think on it.
A pickaxe and a spade, friend a shouting sheep. Oh, a pit of clay for to be made for such a guest as meets another.
Why may not be the skull of a lawyer? Where be his quiddities now, his quillets, his cases, tenures, and his inks? Why does he suffer this rude knave to knock about his house with a dirty shovel? I will not tell him about his action of battery. This fellow might be in times a great buyer of land, with his statutes, his recognizances, his fines, his double vouchers, his recoveries. Is this the fine of his fines? Is this the fine of his fines? And the recovery of his recoveries, to have his fine paid, full of breath of pear and dentures? The very conveyances of his lands will very scarcely lie in this box, and must the inheritor have himself no more?
Not a jot more, my lord.
Is not parchment made of sheepskins?
I, my lord, and of calfskins too.
There are sheep and calves which seek out assurance in that. I will speak to this fellow. Whose grave is this, sir?
Mine, sir. Oh, a bit of clay for two